Good afternoon, dear viewers. Welcome to another interesting episode of Smart Sports only on ICU TV. I'm your host. My name is Victor Moonga, and today I'm joined by my good friend who's my co-host today. His name is
James Ngolofana. Thank you so much, Mr. Co-host, sir. We
Yes.
are glad to speak all sports today. Thank you.
Yeah. Today we do have a lot of things to talk about. We talk about APSA Cup, Zambian Super League, as well as the Copa Queens squad. Remember the Copa Queens, they'll be playing tomorrow in Brazil. Yeah, we also talk about the CAF Champions League. For now, we'll go on a short break and we'll be back shortly. Please stay tuned.
We kickstart your day with our headline pick with the top stories making news.
Then we go deeper in our story pick where we break down issues that matter the most to you.
From the Health Desk, we share simple tips to keep you healthy and informed.
Or plus a fitness minute to get your body moving before the day begins. And trending now, what's hot on social media?
Hello Zambia, my name is Amina Mutambo.
And I am Moluwa Erje Mwalamujende, and we bring to your screens the ICU TV Breakfast Show.
Wow, thanks so much, dear viewers, for still staying with us. Yeah, without wasting so much of time, yeah, we had like a APSA Cup game that we played last week.
Yes.
Yeah, where we had some interesting fixtures and the results. Yeah, like the game that interested me the most is Played Forward versus McKinney Oysters. I never expected the McKinney Oysters to lose to Played Forward from Livingston. What did you say about this game?
I think McKinney Stars have been performing well in their league, in the National League,
Yes.
and we were expecting McKinney Stars to win that game comfortably. But then they struggled. You know, APSA Cup is different from the league.
From the
Obviously.
league,
Yeah. So I feel they should have pushed more and they should have won that game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and going forward, Played Forward will be playing against Red Arrows, the Zambia Forces sponsor side. Do you think they still have a chance of going into the semi-finals when they face Red Arrows in the quarterfinals?
It looks the odds are against them, but anything is possible. You know, this is a competition, and anything can happen in a competition. And I feel they have a chance. They stand a chance. You know, as much as Red Arrows are a good team,
Yes.
you know, when it comes to a competition, things change. you
Yeah,
know?
so they need to give it their all.
Exactly.
Exactly. And another game, interesting game, it was Cowboy Warriors versus the Border Boys, the Chirundu United. Cowboy Warriors were leading by, I think, 2-0. Then Chirundu, the Border Boys, came from behind to draw 2-2. And the game went to the penalties, and Chirundu United won the match by 4-3 on the post-match penalties. What did you say about this game? I think it was a shock, this one.
It was an amazing game. Firstly, we'll look at how the coaches, the coaches at the disclaimer before the match. And that whole drama, it just impacted to how Chirundu fought that game.
I remember Coach George Chirufia, he's the one who started the talk. He mentioned that I know nothing about the Border Boys.
Imagine, and I feel that created drama, and it gave the Border Boys momentum. To win that game.
Extra morale.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I feel Chirundu have got a good team. I don't know if you know this guy, Michael Mkandawire from Chirundu, that defender.
Yes, I think it was my first time to watch him.
He's very good. He's
Yeah,
a very good
he played very
defender.
well.
Yeah, he's a very good defender.
Yeah, I was very shocked. I was really very shocked because Cabo Warriors was leading 2-0.
2-0.
A team from a lower league beating a top tier team.
Exactly. And that's how competitions can be.
Yes.
You see, you can't underrate any team. There are no underdogs in the APSA Cup, and everyone is fighting to win that.
Yeah, to win, exactly.
Win the cup, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And another game, FC Muza, another team from the Super League, struggled to beat Moshtala from Provincial. The game ended 0-0 after 90 minutes. Then FC Muza won through penalty shootouts.
Yeah.
Another one, FC Muza struggled.
Exactly. You've seen these underdogs when they look at big teams in the competition, because they know it's a competition and they've got a 50-50 chance. And that's what happened against Muza. You see, they fought against Muza and they almost won that game, unlike the penalties. You see, so without the penalties, they would have won that game.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure Mushitala, I'm sure they need to be proud of themselves because they really gave FC Muza a very good game.
Indeed.
Yes, and then another one, Power Dynamos silenced Nampundo by 2-0. Yeah, in this game, I think if you watched this game, the young Linus Makwaza Jr. did a very good game.
Indeed.
Yeah, what did you say about Linus Makwaza?
I feel he's coming up,
yes.
And in the next years, I'm seeing him playing for the national team. Like, he will make a lot of impact when they just pick him. We need such players.
Yes, in the national team.
Exactly.
Yes, the boy is very is very humble and very disciplined.
Very disciplined.
Yeah. And I like what his dad, who's an assistant coach of Power Dynamos.
Power Dynamos, yeah.
He mentioned after the game that Linus is coming from the footballing family.
Yes,
remember, his grandfather, Mr. Jackson Makwaza, was a footballer. His dad, Linus Makwaza Senior, was also a footballer. Now he's an assistant coach of Power Dynamos.
Yeah, it's that kind of a family. I also come from a footballing family.
Interesting.
And like that, I just left the boots at some point
because of school.
Yeah. But then my father was a footballer, and I also played some football. But then because of school, we just gave up.
For us, we just we just loved we just played like a chimpombwa. Yes. And going into the quarterfinals, Power Dynamos will face Brave Nchanga Rangers. This will be like a big game.
It's gonna be a big game.
Both teams are from Copper Belt. And Brave Nchanga Rangers is coached by the Zambia national soccer team coach Chicken George Randamina, and Power Dynamos is coached by Jose Mourinho Opazedi, coach also the Mutapa Jr. This one, what did you say about this game?
It's gonna be a very tactical game. Power Dynamos have got a good team.
Yes.
But because of the Chicken, he's a very good coach.
Yes, good
I can assure you, it's going to be a tough game. But I'm seeing Power Dynamo winning that game. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. For now, we'll go on a short break. Please, stay tuned.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Wow, dear viewers, thank you for still staying with us here on ICU TV. Remember, we are live on ICU TV Facebook page as well as the ZRDC, and not forgetting the Information and the Communications University Facebook page. Yeah, before we went on a short break, we talked about the APSA Cup results. For now, we dive into the Zambian Super League, MTN Super League. Remember, there will be a local derby tomorrow, but before we talk about the derby, let us talk about the results of week 28 scheduled games that were played on Wednesday. Yeah, very quickly I'll mention the results. Power Dynamos defeated Mines United by 3-0. FC Muza defeated Brave Nchanga Rangers at in Mazabukat by 2-1. They came from behind. Then Kabwe Warriors defeated Mighty Winichunguro Mighty Fronders by 2-0. I want you to talk about this game, Kabwe Warriors versus Mighty. This was a big game.
Yeah, it was a very big game. I feel Mighty, they were just underpowered because they were away from home. It was a very competitive game, and I didn't expect it to end 2-0. Yeah, it was a very tough game, and I feel Mighty should have scored at least even one goal. They had a lot of chances.
Yeah, it was really a tough game because Kabwe Warriors scored like both goals in the second half.
Imagine.
Through Thales Takala and Jackson Kampamba. Yes, and another game, FC Muza and Nchanga Rangers.
Yeah, it was a very good game. I feel they are Muza just coming back from the APSA Cup.
Yes.
They had that. They felt
that anger.
Yes,
failing to beat a small team.
So they went with hunger in this game, and fortunately to them, they won this.
Yeah, a combination of anger and anger.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yeah, it is really hard when you visit Mazabuka to win a team from Mazabuka. It is really hard.
It's really hard. It's really hard.
Yes. Yeah. Now, let's go straight into the fixtures, week 28 fixtures that will be played this weekend, starting tomorrow and on Sunday. Yeah. we have Green Buffaloes will be entertaining Mutondo Stars at Edwin Imbola Stadium in Lusaka. Yeah. Do you think Green Buffaloes will beat Mutondo Stars? Remember, Mutondo Stars is fighting relegation, and the Green Buffaloes is also not doing well this season. So, what do you say about this game?
I feel it's going to be a complex game. It's going to be 50-50. Because you know one thing about Green Buffaloes?
Yes.
They are inconsistent. They've got a good team, but they are not consistent. Yes. They'll win one game, they will draw the other one.
Exactly.
So I feel it's going to be a hard game because Mutondo Stars don't want to get relegated.
Yes.
You know, at this point of the season, it's very hard to play against small teams.
Yeah. One thing I really love about Mutondo, they are fighters. They really fight hard.
Yes.
I'm sure they will survive again. Even last season, they survived that on a very last day.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And it was very dramatic. Yes, on the very last day, they fought. Yeah.
Yes. Another big game coming through this weekend will be the game between Mighty Mufulira Wanderers versus Sensational Zanako Bankers in Mufulira. Yeah. What do you say about this game? Do you think might will use like a home ground advantage to beat Zanaco? And remember, Zanaco is coached by one of the best coaches in Zambia,
obviously.
Mamba.
I feel it's going to be this game. Zanaco must win. Zanaco have got a good team.
Yes.
But Mighty at home.
Yes. Yeah. Talking of Zanaco having a good team. What did you say about their top man, Elia Mandanji? 10 goals this season so far. What do you say about the young man?
Very impressive for an 18-year-old striker.
At the age of 18, scoring 10 goals.
Imagine in the league,
in the Super League.
And we are so fortunate as Zambians having a striker like that.
Yes.
Because we've struggled having strikers like that in the league, and hopefully can reach the numbers of Patson Daka and Fashion Sakana Jr. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Wishing him well.
Yeah.
Another good game. Before we talk about the Ekopala derby, I want you to talk something about Red Arrows versus Kabwe Warriors.
I think that's the game. You know, this game, every time Red Arrows meets with Kabwe Warriors, it's always intense.
Yeah, it's always
game. Intense.
Yes.
But then I'm seeing Red Arrows walking away with the victory in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll take advantage. They use an advantage of their good players like who's in form, Albert Kangwanda.
Yeah. Yes. Obviously, Albert Kangwanda is one of the players I feel that he deserves to play abroad. He's a very good striker.
Yes. Even Joseph Pitt, if you watch the video for last game when they played against Ghana, he scored a very beautiful
goal. And I feel I feel the game is gonna favor Red Arrows.
Yeah. For now, they say Game of the week, not only in Zambia, but the entire African continent. Karampankana, our ladies, the Red Devils, will be entertaining our Yellow, our Bora, our Busaka, Power 90, Power Dynamos at Levi Manawasa Stadium in Ndola Bwana. This game, Roko Derby.
Eokopala. I feel this game is so intense. I'm actually in Nkana fan.
Oh, interesting, Nkana fan.
Yeah, I'm actually in Nkana fan, and hopefully we'll win, but the current form that Power in right now, we are so it's
yes, like 11 games unbeaten.
Unbeaten.
Yeah, they're unbeaten like the entire 2026 in the Super League. Yeah.
But then we are Nkana, you know. Every time we meet, it's a different game.
Yeah, a derby is a different ball game.
Indeed.
Yeah, a derby is always unpredictable.
Very much, very much, and hopefully. For me, Nkana must win that game.
Yeah. So, what should be done for Nkana to win this game? What should be done? Because I feel you are really struggling like this season. You have been struggling. So, what should be done as they face Power Dynamos tomorrow?
I feel for Nkana, the main problem has been the chemistry in the team. We've got good players like Charles Zulu.
Yes, Charles Zulu.
Yeah, and Lazarus Kambole. But then we don't have the chemistry up front there. And I feel we need to utilize those players, and hopefully we'll win that game.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully we'll win that game.
And what is your prediction?
My prediction is 2-0 Nkana.
Yes. Okay. And do you think this striker from Power Dynamos, Moses Chuma, who is now standing on 17? And very interesting story is that Moses Chuma, our leading top scorer in the Super League, is standing on 17 goals, and the entire Nkana Football Club is standing on 17 goals. Entire team.
That's the problem, you see. I'm talking about chemistry.
Yes. Do you think so Nkana will be intimidated about these figures?
Obviously. I feel we need to do enough in our defense to ensure that we stop him. I feel he's a very good striker. You know, when you look at him, the way he plays, I compare him to that Mamelodi Sundowns striker in
Peter Shalili.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So are you seeing him like reaching like maybe 24 goals or even more than that?
I feel with the games that are remaining, he will reach those levels, 24, 25 goals. But then hopefully he doesn't score in the next game against
Ghana, your team.
Yes.
Okay, wishing the best team. Wishing both teams, Kanampangana and Power Dynamos, all the very best. They are local ones in the El Kopala Derby, Kitwe Derby, tomorrow on Saturday at 15 hours in Ndola, Buana. Yeah, for now we'll go on for another short break, and we'll be back. When we are back, we'll talk about the Copa Queens. Remember, the Copa Queens will be in action tomorrow in Brazil. So please do stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.
We are the dreamers reaching for the sky. At ICU, together we will rise. With knowledge and passion, we aim to achieve a future so bright, with more to believe. We're building
are the best graduating students, masters in the School of Humanities.
won't be denied. From Lusaka to the world, we stand tall and strong.
Hi, I'm Genea Moyo, and I am ICU.
We're rising high with education.
Thank you so much, dear viewers, for still staying with us. Remember, we are live on ICU TV, that is on Facebook. We are also live on the Information and Communications University, that is on Facebook, as well as I can't forget to mention ZRDC. Please feel free to leave us a comment on Facebook, that is on ICU TV. Please feel free to comment. And what is your prediction for tomorrow's derby between Power Dynamos and the Kanampangana? Yeah, now the Copa Queens are in camp for the FIFA series in Brazil. Yeah, they'll be in action tomorrow against Canada. Yeah, so tomorrow Zambia versus Canada.
Yes. It's. I feel we should win that game.
Yeah,
while
now
we're preparing.
Yeah, for
Yes.
Now, do you think we managed to beat? Because I'm hearing like the team is still like is not intact. Some players are not yet in camp. Talking of skipper Barbara Banda, Priska Chirufia, Grace Chanda, and even some local players are still not in camp. I think this will affect the team.
It could affect the team, but we shouldn't be demoralized. We have to use what we have in the team. It's so unfortunate that we don't have those players yet in the squad, but hopefully in the next games we'll be able to have them.
Yes. Okay. Very quickly, let me just go through the full squad for the FIFA series in Brazil. Goalkeepers, we have Haze Onari, Catherine Musonda, and Mwira Mufunte. Defenders, there is Saria Mwanza, Agnes Musesa, Lucio Mumwemba, not forgetting Margaret Bele, Mumatha Tembo, Margaret Gondwe, Rachel Natura, Memory Ntala, and Blessings Malwa. Midfielders, the likes of Irene Lungu, Natasha Nanyangwe, Esther Muchinga, Susan Banda, Rhoda Chireshe, Grace Chanda, as well as Maweta Chilenga. Strikers, there is Barbara Banda, Message Pasula, Priska Chirufia, Mary Mambwe, and Ngosa Chawe, not forgetting Agnes Piri. And I love the selection of Esther Muchinga from Zesco Ndora Girls.
Yeah, she's been performing well in the league, and she deserves the core. You know, we need such midfielders.
Yes, and unfortunately, she's one of those players who are when I was coming to the studios, they were still like stuck. She's not in the team yet.
She's not in the team.
Yeah, she's among those players who are not yet in the team. It's Muchinga.
So it's so unfortunate that we're having these visa problems. Hopefully the FAS will be able to handle those issues.
Yeah, and talking about this squad, I'm sure there's a name which is missing on this list. This name is I think the former Nkwazi player, the Wonder Girl, very intelligent player who is coming from this Kondola Girls, no other than Enirisi Piri Bwana. You think the team will miss this services?
For sure. You saw how she performed in the games where we didn't have the likes of Barbara Banda when she was injured. So she's one kind of a player that we look at up to that will be playing like Barbara Banda in the next years to come. So hopefully she will get back on her toes.
Yes, wishing her a very quick recovery. And I think talking of there's another player who is very energetic, and she's very, very powerful when it comes to speed, and very intelligent when she's in the box. I'm talking of young Frida Mukoma. Yeah, most of fans expected that to be our next Barbara Banda. Then unfortunately she got injured. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. It's so unfortunate for the both of them actually that they are injured in such preparatory games, and these are players that we needed to see how they will be performing at such levels, and it's so unfortunate that they are just injured.
Yeah. So your prediction for tomorrow's game, Zambia versus Canada?
Despite the lack of having everybody in, I feel Zambia will win 2-1.
2-1. Yes. Remember, it has been always difficult when we play against those teams from outside Africa. Remember, if I remember very well, some years ago, we were hammered by Spain 5-0. 5-0. We were hammered by Japan 5-0. We were hammered by Netherlands 10-1. So, do you think it will be possible again for Zambia to beat Canada?
Yeah, I feel we can. You know, we always need to be positive. You might not know what happens. You know, Zambia was playing against Germany when we were preparing for the World Cup, and we beat Germany 3-2. And Germany is not an underdog. So hopefully Zambia will win against Canada. Hopefully.
Yes, wishing the Copper Queens all the very best as they face Canada tomorrow, and also for the entire FIFA series where they will face Brazil as well as North Korea. Yeah, before we conclude our program, there will be a CAF Champions League this weekend, semi-finals, first leg, where Rabati will be hosting RS Berkane tomorrow, and on Sunday, Esperance will be playing at home against Mamelodi Sundowns all the way from South Africa. This game, Esperance versus Mamelodi Sundowns, it's a big game.
It's a very big game. It's the game in the tournament, and I favor Sundowns to win. I know they are away from home.
Is this game will be like a final before?
Yeah, I feel it's like a final before the final.
So the one who wins this game will
win the final, definitely. But then, if you look at what happened last season, Sundowns went in the final. They played against Pyramids, and then they lost. But then Sundowns were the favorites to win. But then, you know, in tournaments things just change. But hopefully, the Sundowns win. Yeah, I favor Sundowns.
Favor Sundowns.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it will be a tough game. It will really be a tough game.
It will be.
And you know that Esperance is coached by former Zambia national soccer team coach who was our assistant coach when we won Africa Cup in 2012, Mr. Patrice Bumeo. He's now the head coach for Esperance.
Yeah. He's I mean, he's made a good CV, obviously.
Yes.
Coaching Angola against Argentina, you see.
Yes.
So he's made him a great CV for himself, and hopefully they have a good game against Sundowns. But since I'm a Sundowns fan, Sundowns must win the game.
Brazilians, they must win not only for South Africa but for the entire Southern Africa.
Indeed.
Yes, and this one it's like a derby, Rabat versus RS Berkane. It will be tomorrow around 21 hours.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a very tough game. Yeah, you know, when these Arabs meet, it's always tough. But then Rabat is at home, and I see them winning. Yeah.
So, who do you think will progress to the semi-finals?
I think Sundowns and Rabat.
Sundowns and Rabat.
Yes.
For me, I think RS Berkane and Mamelodi Sundowns.
Wow.
Yeah. So see you after these games.
Indeed.
We need to talk after these games.
Indeed.
As we conclude the program, before we go, anything that you wanted to say before we go, more special about the local derby?
So the only thing I will say is that Nkana needs to pull up their tokens. They've not been performing well, and I feel the problem with Nkana is the administration.
Yes.
They need to invest a lot. Look at how Power Diamonds is investing.
Yes.
I feel Nkana is a big team. Yeah, we consider it the Manchester United of Zambia.
Yeah, Ghana is a big team, not only like in Quito, but in the entire country.
In the entire country.
Yeah, winning the Super League 13 times, it's not a joke.
It's not a joke. And then if you look at the level of investment, it's really small, you see. So they need to start competing to the levels of Zesco United and Power Dynamos, and hopefully next season we'll be talking about them in the years to come. We'll be talking about them in the CAF Champions League.
Yes, Mr. James, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Victor.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you in the studios.
Indeed.
Hopefully you will join us again next time.
Hopefully.
Yes. Dear viewers, we have come to an end of our interesting episode of Sports Smarts on ICU TV. Yeah, please make sure that you join us again next week. We'll be back at around 16 hours on Friday. And remember, we were live on ICU TV Facebook page. We were also live on Information and Communications University, that is on Facebook, as well as ZRDC. I've been your host. My name is Victor Moonga, Vicky Malo, aka Mr. Nali Parwa. Till next time, goodbye for now, and God bless.